Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Black Ops 6, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at my top 5 best weapons to use against the CitadelleDesMorts boss. This is no official list, but I can guarantee you guys if you're looking for a good OP weapon to use against this guy, we definitely got you covered here today. I hope everybody's been enjoying their holidays with their family and their friends. I know I definitely did, and it's always nice to get back home as well. With all that out of the way, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys are looking to unlock any of those mastery camos, including Abyss, Nebula, and Dark Matter, be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. They offer the most reliable services in Call of Duty, including bot lobbies, camo unlocks, or pre-made accounts. Anything you guys may need or just don't have the time to grind out, then they definitely got you covered. For a limited time only, they are doing a Christmas sale with up to 70% off everything. With thousands of great reviews on Trustpilot, you guys should definitely go ahead and check them out. So head on over to the site and check out all of the deals that they got going on for the holidays, and be sure to use code REALG for a limited time only. Starting off our list and coming in at number 5 is going to be our brand new weapon, the AMR Mod 4. We just ended up getting this sniper rifle through the Archie's Festival Frenzy event, and I'm sure everybody has this thing by now. This sniper rifle does have a special ability that after you end up pack-a-punching it, you can end up shooting this thing incredibly fast. Taking it up against the boss was a no-brainer for me, and to my surprise it actually ended up working really well. When it came to taking off those armor pieces or doing just incredible damage to those critical areas, was actually finding myself very impressed with this sniper rifle, but it did have a couple of flaws for me, and that is just the fact that it is a sniper rifle, which means that it is a bit heavier and weighs you down a bit. If you can deal with a little bit more of slower movement, especially with having PhD slider, then I think this is definitely a good option to try out. Once you fully expose the chest on the Guardian, this sniper rifle can be doing over 13,000 damage, which is some of the biggest numbers that we're going to see on this list. Overall thing for me, and the reason why it ends up placing so low on the list, is just because of the movement, and I found it just to be a little bit more of a challenge over the other weapons, but still a really good option. Even in this gameplay here, we didn't have any attachments on this sniper rifle except for the optics, so I would say you guys could build this thing out however you would like. I would just keep in mind the movement. Now, coming in at number 4 is going to be for the SMG lovers. We're going to be taking a look at the Jackal PDW. I think this thing is an absolute excellent choice to take against the Guardian. Provides incredibly good movement combined with some really good power. We do also have the drum mag on, which is going to be giving us 100 bullets after pack-a-punching, which I don't think is too terrible. And I definitely find that this is one of the more comfort guns in the game to use, like if you're just really comfortable running around with this gun. I would say it's kind of a no-brainer, and plus I had the VMP blueprint which I had to slap on, which brings back so much nostalgia from Black Ops 3. I would say you guys could definitely change up the barrel. I wouldn't say the long barrel is going to be the best, but it does have like that VMP look that I like. Plus we're still able to get the boss fight done just fine, so I wouldn't say it is too terribly crucial, but if you want to go ahead and change out that barrel, go ahead and do so. With a gun like this, it is definitely capable of taking off those armor plates on the Guardian, but I would say if you can get those off with the sword first, this thing just does so much damage to those critical areas and it shoots really fast. And with the combination of rapid fire, this thing absolutely just drains the health off this boss. We're gonna go ahead and toss up that loadout for the Jackal up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to go ahead and check it out. Now, coming in at number 3 is apparently a fan favorite, and I only know this because I got so many comments to check out this loadout. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the Siren 9mm special weapon. This weapon is kind of insane against this boss. It is extremely quick and snappy, which y'all know that I absolutely love. The movement is just absolutely fantastic on this thing. The damage that it does against the boss is really good as well, and it also takes off those armor plates pretty easily. When we're hitting those crit areas for 2,365 damage at the speed that we're doing it, this little gun has no problem taking down this big boss pretty damn quickly, I would say. After using this gun a few times against the boss, I can really say I can see why people love this thing. Even on this run here, we ended up bringing in some gobblegums, and I didn't even feel like I needed to use them, guys. I didn't even need to use the gobblegums that I thought I was going to need for the boss fight. With the extended mag, you're going to be sitting on 80 rounds before you have to reload, so that's not too terrible either. This is definitely one of the best weapons to bring in here against the Guardian boss fight. I definitely think you guys should check it out. We're going to go ahead and toss the loadout for the Siren up on the screen right here. This one is pretty simple, but definitely think it's worth putting this gun into your rotation. Now, coming in at number 2 is actually one of my hands down favorite weapons in Black Ops 6 period, and that is going to be the Tanto 22 SMG. I think this thing is just an absolute little demon. This thing honestly really packs a punch, no pun intended. One of the great things that I love about the Tanto 22 is I think it's one of the best starting weapons in the game, meaning that it just feels powerful even later on into the rounds without upgrading it at all. Matter of fact, there's a first room challenge in the game where you can't leave the first room until round 16, and I ended up staying in Liberty Falls and fighting the Mega Abomination without even upgrading it, and it still felt like it did okay. When you end up upgrading it, it just gets even better and absolutely shreds this Guardian boss. In fact, I think I've taken on this Guardian more times with the Tanto 22 than any other weapon in Black Ops 6 so far, just because it really hasn't let me down yet. Every time I take him on with this thing, it just seems incredibly easy. I would say that the biggest con that the Tanto has going for it is just the fact that even with with the extended mag on it, you're only going to be holding 75 rounds. And even that isn't too terrible. I think you could do a lot worse in the ammo department. I would say out of all of the SMGs to use to come in here with this boss fight, I would say this is my favorite one to use. I would say the Jackal is pretty close, and then another one that's also pretty close would be the KSV. Big shout out to the KSV. I think that thing's also an excellent choice to use, and kind of a bit of an underrated option if you ask me. I think maybe if you guys have been struggling to take on this boss, and maybe if you want to get this done solo, if you haven't done that yet, the Tanto 22 is definitely an excellent option for you guys to try. If you guys aren't really looking for an SMG, maybe you're more of an AR person, I think you're really gonna like our #1 pick here. First, let's go ahead and throw up that loadout for the Tanto up on the screen right here. If you like SMGs with a lot of power, I think this one is definitely gonna suit your needs. Now, it does shoot a little bit slower, but like I said, I think that power well then makes up for it. Coming in at #1, and my absolute favorite gun to bring in against the CitadelleDesMorts boss is going to be the AS Val. Now, this gun, for those that know, you know, this gun is kind of crazy. The power that it brings is just absolutely insane, and if you build it out just right, it is just like an SMG. It's quick, it is very, very snappy. For some reason, this thing just absolutely shreds those armor plates off the Guardian, so it's really easy to access those critical areas, which it has no problem doing a bunch of damage to those as well. Now, me personally, I am nowhere near a speedrunner myself, but when I'm completing this boss fight in about 6 minutes, you know that this thing is good. Every other weapon taking me right around 10 minutes, and even on my good runs, I'm defeating this guy in about 8 minutes. About 6 minutes for me to defeat this fight is extremely good. There has been a few times that I've been asked in the comment section which is the best weapon do I think to take on this boss, and this is usually my answer. Well, I think all of these weapons on this list are definitely viable choices to get this boss fight done. For some reason, this really does just seem to be the magic weapon against this boss. Did see a couple comments from people saying that they were having a harder time defeating him, and once they ended up trying him with this weapon, that they were able to defeat him a lot easier. If you guys have been struggling with the Guardian, and if you haven't tried out this weapon, I definitely think it may be worth a go. You guys can see right here, we are just absolutely shredding the health off of this Guardian boss. Not only do I think that this is one of the best guns for you to use against this particular boss, but I also think this is just one of the best guns to use in zombies period right now. We're gonna go ahead and toss up that loadout up on the screen right here for anybody that wants to go ahead and check that out. That is it, guys. That is my top 5 best weapons to take on the CitadelleDesMorts Guardian boss fight with. Let me know down in the comment section what is your favorite weapon to take on this boss fight with. Maybe you guys have some other suggestions, or is there something you think should have been on the list? Please let me know down in the comment section. With that, I greatly do appreciate all the love and support, guys. Consider dropping me a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.